Kern.
What's happening, big dog?
Woo! How you feeling hot last week? Before we get started, we had to take a week off. Busy week for us. You weren't feeling good. I was working golf tournament, so we do apologize. 1 week off, but we're here. We're now. We have free agency to talk with. Kern, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, big dog. I'm feeling good, man. Honestly, I just been keeping up with all this free agency. It's like my head is spinning, bro. From all this shit that's happening. So much is happening.
Dude,
So much.
you ain't lying. There's a shit ton of stuff, man. It's like right after another. So many new faces and new places. Like it's crazy. It literally looks like we put it in Madden and we just drafted randomly and they just put them on teams.
Seriously, bro. Like it's insane. Honestly, I love it. I love seeing that the fact that players aren't loyal to teams anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's like, go ahead and explore. Go ahead and win that Super Bowl. Go do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So I'm happy. Go get that money. Go get that bag. So I love seeing it, yo.
Yeah, it's a lot of these. I don't know, man. It's come fantasy. It's gonna look so fucking weird.
Bro.
Like now you gotta like who you thought you wanted. Now you have to sit back and be like, all right, he's on this team. Who do they have? Are they gonna do anything? Upgrade, downgrade, quarterback, offensive line. Like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, bro. Like, and all the running backs going to so many other teams. So now, like you said, fantasy is gonna be so wild. You got to think about what team they're on. Is the offensive line good for the running back? What's going to happen? Da 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 da. So it's dope. It's awesome. Honestly, I'm loving every second of it.
I love it. It's keeps us on our toes because we have to continually like, okay, what is going on? Who's signing where? And there's still big names out there, but we'll get into all that. We'll go team by team.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to do every single signing because we would be here literally all night. We're going to go over
Literally all night.
We're going to go over our key components, who big time names that it signed, who we think is going to make the big impact there. Smart signing. So we're going to go over all that. I'm excited to go over each team, and then we don't have to do much with the Dallas Cowboys because their biggest signing is a long snapper. So really don't have to go.
How about them Cowboys?
They're a long shot.
Oh, God, Jack. That was the most dad
Since
joke
we're
of dad
doing,
jokes.
the whole jokes, whatever, messing around, heard a joke today from a good friend of mine. The joke is, why do 49er fans only work 40 hours a week?
Why?
They can't handle overtime.
Come on, dog.
That was my reaction. I said, oh, man, come on.
That was actually pretty good. It was actually really good.
That was really good. That was like
Yeah.
the joke of the day. We'll add one of those in there every now and then.
Yeah, we gotta throw in a joke every now and again. Yo, whatever 49er fan is listening to this is gonna be so pissed.
It's gonna be so pissed. It's a
They're
joke.
gonna be pissed because it's true.
They choke in overtime.
Pissed because it's true. Exactly. They can't do nothing in overtime. It is what it is. Don't be
just like Falcons fans are only good for 3/4 of a year. They always choke in the fourth.
No. you just at everybody's neck tonight, huh? You just going at it. Everybody can get it. Everybody getting straight shots. Oh, that was good, yo. Holy fuck, that was good.
All jokes aside, is we do have feel good story. I think you know where we're going with this. Is being an Eagles fan that you are.
Oh man.
Feel good story is people retiring. Not just one, but we have two people from your Philadelphia Eagles that are just meant a lot to Philly. And here we go. I'll turn it over to the Philadelphia Eagle man himself. Let him fly, fly, fly. Let's hear the feel-good story of the week.
Yeah. So, as we all know, Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelce both retired from the Eagles this week, man. It's sad. It's sad because it's the end of an era, but at the same time, I'm happy for them because they did so much for the team. They did so much for the city of Philadelphia. What center besides Jeff Saturday has had that impact that Jason Kelsey has had? Not many people. Like, if you're
Not
not into football, not many people are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's Trent Brown. That's Quentin Nelson.
yeah.
That's a name offensive lineman like that. But to sit there and be like, oh, that's number 62, Jason Kelsey. That's number
Yeah.
91, Fletcher Cox. It's awesome, man. And I just want to give them a huge shout out, a huge thank you, a huge whatever, anything, honestly, because they got us a ship. Like I said, they've done so much for the city. They brought a smile to my face, tears to my face. I wish nothing but the best for them. I hope they enjoy their retirement. I know for a fact they're both salty as hell right now after signing Saquon Barkley, Devin White, and all them.
Oh, dude,
So I know
it's yeah. I was gonna ask you that. I was like, Jason Kelsey already came out and said, "This is what I was scared of when I retire." You know, I have a team like this, but
Mm-hmm.
dude, they it's not just them as players; it's them as what they did for the community. Like how big
That's a
they
fact.
were for like the city of Philly. Like you think of Philadelphia, like you think of Allen Iverson, Jason
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey, Flexer Cox.
Mm-hmm.
There's very little names that make a big impact for like one city and playing your whole career pretty much for that franchise.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's an end of an era, and I bet you Jason Kelsey is more. Shit, here we go. Like he probably has that itch right now, especially seeing the free agency and what they managed to do. So he probably has that itch. If he
Oh
comes
yeah.
back, I mean, there might be a chance where, hey, just one more, we're going. Like, but I think they made the right call.
He's not
Was
coming back. He already said it. He was like, I'm done. My body
no,
hurts. He saw the signings. He's like, it's dope. It's awesome. I'm pissed that it's happening after I retired, but
yeah.
I'm
Did you
done.
see like when he announced his retirement like on ESPN and stuff and how he thanked
Mm-hmm.
like every single person from the bottom to the top of that Eagles organization?
Oh, bro, he went so far back. He was thanking his middle school coaches, his high school
Yeah.
coaches.
Like the custodians
Bro,
at the Eagles facilities,
yeah.
like and that just shows you what kind of character that man is. Is he builds himself up as you see a lot of these athletes are assholes. They don't fucking care. Um, but no, it's good to see Kelsey when you have a whole organization that sits there and claps for you as you're departing, and you can
Yep.
seriously name custodian to the owner and thank every single one in between. Like that's when you made an impact.
Exactly. That's when you know you did good. You made a
Yeah,
major impact in everyone's life because you're not just sitting there saying, "Hey, thank Coach Nick Sirianni for getting us a Super Bowl."
yeah,
You're thinking a guy that's cleaning up the floor after you guys leave. You're thinking a guy that's cleaning the practice field. Someone that's taping your ankle. Like you're thinking the
yeah.
most minute people because without them it wouldn't have worked.
Did you hear that though? That the guy that tapes up his ankles, like, did you hear that story?
Did he
The
take his
athletic.
ankle before the press conference?
Yeah, you know why he did that? Because I think it was cancer or something. He had some sort. I think it was cancer, and he missed Jason Kelsey's last game and didn't get to tape him up.
Oh,
And so,
that's dope. That's
like,
dope.
he's
But
been.
damn, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it was cancer. It was something like that too, where the guy couldn't attend because he was going through some health issues, and he
Holy
literally
shnikes.
couldn't be there for like the last couple games. I know for the last game for sure to tape up Jason Kelsey's ankle for the last time since he did it for 13 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Damn.
yeah, like I don't know if it was 13 years, but it was a long time. Like to the point where he did it like every single game. So
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey came in and he goes, and the guy goes, "Yo, I missed your last game." He goes, "How about you tape my ankle now, one last time before I
That's
retire?"
dope.
So that's why he had his ankle taped.
That's so dope.
Yeah. So Jason Kelsey, he's a good guy. He's a good family man. Enjoy Flexer Cox too as well. This you're going to be part of, the Philly Nation forever.
Without a doubt.
So they'll probably bring him in, this and that. No, but it's good to see, players like that. It's like when Ray Lewis retired, when Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, all them retire. It's like, holy shit! Like it's the end
It's
of
a
an
blow to
era.
the heart, man.
Oh, like watching Brady retire. Unfortunately, he did it twice. First time, dude, broke my fucking heart. I was sitting there going, the fuck am I doing? And then he ran, oh yeah, we're back, and then he retired again, and that's when I was like, damn, man.
Are you
like,
done?
No, I knew the second time he was done. I knew there was no coming back. Like the second time, because he's not going to do this shit.
I feel that.
So I was like, damn, watch this guy for 20-something years, and it's like, the fuck do you do? Like now we're getting to the point where like all the people we grew up with are getting into the Hall of Fame now, and it's like,
so it's just this. I don't want to say it's disheartening, but it's like, fuck, bro, what happened?
Like Devin Hester, like
Hall of Fame already.
Devin Hester
in the Hall of Fame.
It only took him 6 years.
Oh, why did I think it took him like 7, 8?
I don't know. It felt like forever.
Yeah, bro, it felt like it took him so long.
Yeah, like it felt like he retired long ago.
Yeah, bro. Well, maybe we're tripping. Maybe I'm just tripping. That's it.
It felt like forever.
Oh, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Who would you want to party with? Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce, or Gronk?
No matter who it is, you're getting fucked up.
Exactly. So who's gonna be the best time?
As I get older, I'm gonna say Jason.
Hell yeah.
Because Gronk and his family are just fucking nuts.
They're too much, bro.
Like they party to party, and like every single one of them, I'm like past that. Like, do I want to have a good time? Yes. Jason Kelce is that one that's going to go to fans, get fucked up with fans, play games, do crazy ass shit, not cause any problem. Not any of them are going to cause problems, but you're most likely just to hang out with Travis or Jason Kelce and just have one of those stupid ass drunk, just have fun kind of nights.
That's a fact, yo. Somebody like wearing a fucking luchador mask out of nowhere. You're like, how did I get this?
We literally picked that up from the fucking floor and just put it on.
He gave it back to the person. He was like,
yes.
So someone reached out to him, was like, "Hey, that was my mask." He's like, "Oh, my bad." And he nailed it.
Fuckers in the background with a lucha mask on, going. Oh my God. At first, I said, "Who is this dude?" Where the hell did he get a freaking luchador mask?
I was like, "Who is this? He in disguise? What the hell is he trying to do? Is he hiding from everybody?"
Yeah, no. He goes, "I saw it." He goes, "I picked it up." And Travis goes, "Bro, you're just off the floor." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Why not? What else are you gonna find a luchador mask?" He goes, "You didn't clean it?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Why would I clean it?" He goes, "Bro, it's on the floor." He goes, "That's gross." He goes, "Oh well." He reminds me of
Jason.
He reminds me, if there's another Hangover, I want him to be Alan.
Oh my God, bro!
Listen, I
have dress up like Alan. Shirts up in fanny pack.
He's the perfect Alan.
Well,
and we should cut out now. Congrats to Fletcher Cox, Travis or Jason Kelce. We will see them 2029 in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, without a doubt.
Not even it's first ballot Hall of Famers right there. Nah, whatever. But now, since we missed a week, didn't really get any updates. We knew all the releases. This is prime time.
Oh man, y'all better buckle up, man.
Trades, drops, signs. Like I said, this comes down to. It literally looks like 32 people got on Madden and drafted their own team like we used to do. Who you got? Who you got? This I've got the moment. That is literally what it does, and now go play.
Yep. That's exactly
You
what
have-
happened this offseason.
That's exactly what happened. We went into Madden and we said, we're just going to draft our teams. Fuck it.
Seriously, bro.
We're not even at the draft yet. Like, now it's, here we are, off season, and there's still big names that are still, we'll start seeing in the next
Floating
couple weeks.
Mhm.
And, you know, it's to the point where, let me check the updates, make sure we don't do anything. Former
Anything from these
Dolphins
sources?
wide receiver Cedric Wilson reached an agreement with the Saints, 2-year deal. Other than that, there is nothing that we have not put on our list. So that's the only one that's whatever. It's not really breaking. No one really cares.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go each team from alphabetical order, A to W.
Jesus.
Like I said, get warmed up. We're not going to go over every single ones. We don't even have to go over the Cowboys because they didn't do anything.
How about them Cowboys?
And Kern just turned into the Joker. And he's still just is getting frightening.
Oh.
Jerry
Nah, I
Jones'
just love
words.
Cowboys hate.
Jerry Jones' words were, "We're going all in."
To go home?
I think Skip Bayless. Did you see his tweet or whatever?
Oh no.
It said, "All out." We're gonna go all out, but it said all out, comma, my ass. And they're saying that comma is the most important comma in social media history.
My ass. Skip. So Skip, you just went on. What do you mean by that, Skip? The Dallas Cowboys is all in your ass, Skip?
Oh.
Oh god damn. We're having way too much fun.
Good. That was good. That was good. That's one of the best impressions I've seen. That was good. I'll give that to you.
It was honestly out of the blue. I've never practiced it. I've never done it. I was just kind of like, it just spurred a moment.
You fucking know. I thought you had like the gap and the lisp and everything, and I was like, God damn. Kudos to you, my man. Kudos to you.
Appreciate you.
But let's get into this free agency shit. We'll go alphabetical order by names. This is where it gets fun. We'll break it all down. Who's going to make an impact? Who needs to step up? Who we think is going to make a major impact? Yada, yada, yada. I will start with the Arizona Cardinals. They didn't have one of the most... They haven't had like, oh my God, whatever. But they've had some key pickups. They've re-signed some, and like I said, we're not going to go over every little signing. But some of the major signings that they did have is, Sean Murphy-Bunting as cornerback. I think he's pretty solid. Linebacker Mack Wilson, running back DJ Dallas. And then earlier in the day, they did a trade with the Falcons and got Desmond Ridder. So nice to have as a little backup, I guess. So
it's not a bad pickup. I mean,
it's not. I think they got some pretty decent people. They extended their center Keith Ismail as well. So I think looking at Sean Murphy-Bunting is, I believe he was with the Titans last year. He was with the Bucks at one point. I don't know which
Sean
one.
Murphy-Bunting?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no clue.
He's one of those low-key kind of guys. He's a solid cornerback, not the best, but he'll get the job done. Linebacker Mack Wilson, I think, is solid. They signed him to a 3-year, $12.75 million, and then Bunting was 3 years, $25.5 million. And what gets me is DJ Dallas. They signed him to a 3-year, $8.25 million, which I think that's a pretty solid pickup right there. Is the backup James Conner? I think DJ Dallas is not the he has potential to be good. I don't think he's ever going to be like that starter But to have him
Hmm.
as a backup that can, he's kind of a big guy, can go on third down when James Conner is, tired, or whatever, if they need him on the goal line, be that bigger
Hmm.
body is. I think he's a good backup to James Conner. So kudos to them. And then Desmond Ritter, uh, maybe he'll fit in better with them. It's hard to look at the Atlanta Falcons and say, I mean, Arthur Smith was an awful coach. Uh, I don't think he knew how to use it. So it was. I don't think Desmond Ritter was all that good, but maybe he fits in somewhere else if Kyler Murray goes down again or something. So those
Yeah, like you
are
said, it's a solid backup. You know what I mean? He's not a bad quarterback. Great
yeah,
backup.
yeah,
Solid
great
backup.
backup.
Yeah,
And
but
and
he's
and they're compete. I think they'll compete. Is they'll be better than what they were last year. They weren't that bad last year. They started off like winning games, which
hmm
surprised a lot
hmm
of people. They were competitive, so I think they got some key players that make them even more competitor. So I'm looking forward to see the second year in their pickups, and they had a couple key re-signings as well. But yeah, I mean that's Arizona. And like I said, they could still potentially get more as
hmm
we go on. But right now, that's up to date. Just checked. Let's make sure there's no more breaking news like big time signings. So
you gotta you gotta
we're gonna
double
do
check
that.
that.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's get on to the Falcons.
Atlanta
This
Falcons.
Let's get on with this Atlanta Falcons.
Man, Kirk Cousins, yo, I did not expect him. So I did expect him to go with the Falcons, but I did not expect him to sign for this much with the Falcons after an Achilles tear and being 36.
And only having one
Whoever
playoff
this man's
win.
agent is, bro, exactly, and he has one playoff win, 1 out of 12. So I was like, yo, whoever this man agent is, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame over Kirk Cousins.
That's what Cam Newton said.
For real?
He didn't say like he should be in the Hall of Fame, but he goes, "Who the fuck is this motherfucker's agent?" He goes, "Sign me up."
Hell yeah, bro. 36 and they're willing to pay you $180 million
I'm gonna tell you,
after a torn Achilles.
yeah. And I
Like,
mean, it's not like he's Mister, go to the playoffs kind of guy. Kirk Cousins, good guy, whatever, but it's not like he had Justin Jefferson, mind you. He had Dalvin Cook,
he had receivers around him. Whereas he's going to the
T.J.
Falcons and he
Hawkinson.
has what? Who does he have around him right now?
That is my thing. Is I think there's more pressure on this motherfucker. I mean,
Yes.
is they did give him other players, but yeah, let's go over the other signings and we'll get back to Kirk Cousins.
I got you. Darnell Mooney signed for 3 years for 39 mil. What do you think about that? I don't know much about Darnell Mooney to give my input,
Darnell
honestly. I'm not
Mooney
going to
came
lie.
from Chicago. I think he's a solid receiver. I think he can be that like number
Wait.
two.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he
that
can be.
Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, he's not like a
Okay.
well-known
Oh,
name.
shit.
I think he can gives Kirk Cousins another target. Honestly,
Yeah.
with Drake
Besides Drake London.
London out there, you have Kyle Pitts. Hopefully, they use Kyle Pitts. And then you have him. So I mean, I think that gives him a good little, you know, target.
Some good low key components. Like some
Yeah,
targets, like you said. I definitely hope Kyle Pitts gets more involved since there's
yeah.
a new coach, a new quarterback, I don't say new system, but new scheme. But hopefully it's something, man, because I feel like there's potential in him that we're not seeing.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Is in fantasy. I should keep my mouth shut. Kyle Pitts will have a phenomenal year because that's going to be Kirk Cousins' go-to guy.
Really,
He,
Kyle Pitts.
he's going to have to, dude. Is Drake Landon? Yes, but then you're going to have Mooney has to step up, okay? But Kyle Pitts is that tall receiver. He's going to throw it to him. He's going to we're about to see a breakout year from Kyle Pitts if he can stay healthy, in my opinion.
I'm excited to see it, man, because like I said before, it's so much that I feel like there's so much potential that we're not seeing from him. From seeing what he was doing back in college
Yeah.
to now
So
being to the Falcons is like, oh, why are you using him to block? But besides the
yeah,
point,
yeah.
tight end Charlie Warner, 3 years, 12 mil, solid pickup, solid resign, solid whatever. No, I love it. I love it. Rondell Moore via trade. When did that happen? When did that trade happen?
Today
Oh shit!
for the Cardinals, yeah.
And signed Ray McLeod. Okay, hell
Ray
yeah.
McLeod, he's a. I mean, those you talked about Mooney. I think Rondell Moore is a good third option as well.
Mm-hmm.
He has flashes. Ray McLeod, he's more of like a return man, special teams kind of guy,
Mm-hmm.
which I think will booster them. But yeah, I really think Kirk Cousins. We're about to see how good he really is because he doesn't have Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the game.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to work with the young guys. He's older, coming off an injury. They've put targets around him, and I do think, like I said, Kyle Pitts is about to have a breakout year, the best year he's had in the NFL, because I think they're going to have to use him here. And they have
But I mean, to
Bijan
go from
Robinson.
that is true, but to go from one of the best wide receivers in the game right now to hoping someone catches it is kind of like, ugh.
Well, that's what I'm saying is you could throw anything up to Justin Jefferson and
And he'll catch it.
he'll catch it. That's what I'm kind of hoping. That's kind of what Kyle Pitts did in college. Is did you just throw it up to that guy? He's catching it. That's why I've been
Yep.
waiting. So if there's a time to use a tight end, I know he can use a tight end. They had T.J. Hawkinson, who was his safety net. Is you're going to have to use Kyle Pitts here. Is there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Is you're going to have to use them.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Drake London, great young wide receiver, has to build that rapport. He has to learn to be that number one receiver. But I think
Yep.
bringing over Mooney and Rondell Moore, I think it is. It's one of those things that they better figure it out. I think there's a lot of pressure on Kirk Cousins this year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think, with
Especially after
Bijan
coming off
Robinson
the
in that
D-League.
backfield, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Coming off the injury, being paid as much as you're being paid, there's a ton of pressure on Kirk Cousins right now. He has to perform.
He has to. He can't get away. I mean, does he bring? I think in that division is that they're a playoff team. I don't think anybody really made too much of an impact in that division. And I was talking to Ryan about the cursed franchise and the cursed player. Falcons, Kirk Cousins. Does that just kind of like they're like, hey, you know what? They're both cursed. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe it flips the script.
They cancel each other out.
Yeah, cancel each other's out. Like, hey, I mean, what are we gonna do? Choke again? Okay, that's what we're known for. Like,
what's the worst that can happen? We choke.
Yeah. So definitely, Kirk Cousins has a lot to. They've got the team to do it. So.
Oh, without a doubt.
So we'll definitely see where we're going. Let's get over to the Baltimore Ravens. The biggest signing over there is Derrick Henry. And I am telling you, Nelson Aguilar, you have Zay Flowers, you have the defense will still be good. They lost some key players. But dude, that option run, you're gonna have to try to stop Henry or Lamar Jackson. Who the freak are you gonna stop on the goal line? And Mark Andrews?
Either way, it's a loss. It's a loss.
The thing is if I was the Ravens, I would use the double tight ends with Likely and Andrews. Every time Andrews goes down, Likely comes in and plays fucking phenomenal. So why not use back in 2008 or 9 when the Patriots drafted Gronk and Aaron Hernandez used that double tight end, which no one could ever touch them. Plus, they had Randy Moss. Like, come on. But I think Derrick Henry really, they lost Gus Edwards. They still are with J.K. Dobbins.
Mm-hmm.
But Derrick Henry seems to be the main guy there. So I think that's what they needed was that. Like Derrick Henry's a big guy. He still has at least 2-3 years left in him, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Is especially
I agree.
especially on the goal line are we going to run it up the middle with Henry and let the offensive line do their thing, or are we going to do the little option? Are we going to throw it to Nelson Aguilar? Are we going to do Mark Andrews? Like Mark Andrews in the goal line is absolutely unstoppable, and then you have to worry about Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Like, where are we going with this?
Yeah, there's too many key components on the field at the goal line in that package to worry about. So it's like, if they don't run it with Lamar, they're going to run it with Derrick. If they don't run it with Derrick, they're going to run it with Lamar. If they don't run it with Lamar or Derrick, Andrews open. So it's like, what the hell are opposing defenses supposed to do right now?
Yeah. So should be interesting. They did get a backup, Josh Johnson, quarterback, 1 year. Derrick Henry was 2 years, $16 million. They re-signed Malik Harrison, Justin Matabuke. Hey, that's pretty good. 4 years, 90. Yeah. That was good to get him back. And then they signed Nelson Aguilar for 1 year, 3.75. They did release, Odell Beckham.
Not surprised by that.
Not surprised by that. They might bring him back because he's going to be cheap, just to put on the opposite of, or they're going to probably get someone in the draft too. So, but Derrick Henry, I think he has to come out, and that's going to be hard to stop that offense. It was already hard, but now that you have Derrick Henry, you don't need Lamar Jackson to run as much.
Yep.
But he will.
Oh, yeah.
So that pound guy. So I think that's a good pickup for them. Like I said, they lost some people. They picked up some people. Yeah, brought back some key components. Lost some key components, but I think people are going to step up. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're fine. They may have lost some key components on defense, honestly, but I think they'll bounce back. They'll shake it off. They're fine. Yeah. It's the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. Let's get over to the Buffalo Bills. What have they been up to?
Yeah, they had a major signing, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, maybe? Curtis Samuel?
Yeah, that's not a bad little pickup. I mean, he did good with Washington towards the end.
No, he did. I agree. He did phenomenal, honestly. I like the guy. I like Curtis Samuel. I think this was a great pickup for Buffalo Bills. I think it's a key receiver to have on the other side of Diggs if he stays.
I think Diggs will stay. I was hoping they would get someone bigger than that. I'm hoping they go after T. Higgins, to be honest. But
that's right. He does want to leave Bengals. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But no, I think that's a good safe pickup. He has solid hands. He's a great route runner. Like I said, he's going to be a key component to have on the other side of Diggs, or if not in the slot. Matt Collins.
He's low key. He can be a key contributor to that. He's shown that. Matt Collins, the wide receiver.
Yeah.
Low key, he can be that third guy that's going to make some noise. That could be a big factor in an offense like the Buffalo Bills. I'm not going to say he's, God. To have that third option, I think it's not a bad little choice, is because you have Diggs and then Curtis Samuels, and then you're going to have Collins, who has shown that he can be good. He had spurts of it last year.
Spurts, yeah.
But I don't. That's the kind of role that he needs to play. I think he'll come up big when he's needed. That's a good third option to have.
I want to say I agree with you, but I don't know, man. I feel like Matt Collins has just been way too shaky, way too inconsistent to be like, oh yeah, let's sign him. Like everywhere he goes, he feels like he's more important than he really is. Like he was in Miami. I'm not getting the ball. All they have me doing is blocking. He goes to the
Yeah,
Falcons. Exact same thing's happening. So it's like it's not coaching. It's obviously you because you can't catch.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So it's like you can't. I don't know. The inconsistency. It scares me. So was it a safe pickup? I don't even know. I can't even say it was a safe pickup.
I mean, for a 1 year, not paying him much, I think it was a pretty.
Oh, 1 year. Oh yeah. I didn't even see that. My bad. 1 year, a little bit of money.
Just to get him out there. So
You can't beat that. To add to the roster. Yeah, you can't beat that.
yeah,
But in other signings, they signed Nicholas Morrow, Daquan Jones, AJ Espinosa, Cam Lewis, Deion Dawkins, Taylor Rapp. Mitch Trubisky is back at Buffalo.
I
Matt
guess
Hack and David Edwards.
yeah. They brought back AJ Espinosa, which I think is what they needed.
Okay.
I think he's a good pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas Marrow as linebacker, I think he's going to be solid. He's a sneaky player. If he can stay healthy, he's pretty solid. It's just and then
Okay.
re-signing Taylor Rapp as safety, and then I think we're starting to realize that offensive, for whatever reason, people are starting to figure out offensive line is important. Like it's like okay, now we got to start working offensive
Now you
line.
see, yeah.
So it's definitely interesting. But like I said, and then they brought
I'm
back
so sorry for
Deion
cutting you off,
Dawkins.
but I'm
Yeah,
so surprised that they're now realizing how important offensive line and defensive line is. Like, how many times have you heard the game has won in the trenches? And it's true. If the quarterback does not have time to throw the ball back there, or if the running back doesn't have holes, your team
yeah,
can't score. Your
definitely.
team cannot.
I
You know what
don't
I mean? You
know.
can't move the ball down the field if you can't do anything with the offensive line. If the offensive line is
Yeah,
shitty.
that's what I'm saying. Is we saw it with Brady his last year. We saw it with the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. We've seen it with multiple teams. The Falcons. Even with Josh Allen, I'm not giving Josh Allen his interceptions any, whatever. But I'm just saying is offensive line, like what are we doing? Like that is you're protecting your franchise player. Usually a quarterback is or
Mm-hmm.
running back. Those are your two franchise guys, and you're going to tell me you're just not going to build on the offensive line. Or we'll have this guy. Listen, bring in the best people. You can if you have the best offensive line, they're going to make anybody look good.
Exactly.
Especially a running game is let them open the ball. Like look at the Ravens. I'm not going to say they have the best, but they had Gus Edwards come in there rush for 800 something yards and 13
As a
touchdowns.
backup.
Like so, definitely. I think they did bring back a lot of key components. I think Curtis Samuel needs to step up. I mean, he got 3 years, 30 mil, so he's definitely has a lot of pressure on him
Oh, yeah.
to be that opposite
Oh,
of
yeah.
Stephon Diggs. Because if they don't do anything this year, I think Stephon Diggs is out. I thought he was out this year, and I'm still not putting it
I thought so,
past.
too.
I'm still not putting it past that they might trade him in the season, but
Really?
I thought he was going to get traded last season. Did Stephon Diggs will say he's fine there? He's not. He doesn't. He's tired of Josh Allen doing the same stuff. It gets you to the game, never wins. He does the stupid mistakes. Like it gets after you've done it 2, 3 times. It's like, dude, what are we doing? Like they finally got Cook
Yep.
as a running back. He did good. Finally got that, but it's like you have Stephon Diggs. What other receiver have you guys used? You had Gabe Davis. You only used him. He's hit or miss. Either has a big game or he does nothing. It's like how are you gonna have a number 2 receiver that does that? I mean, but they
It's
have
shaky. Yeah.
Kincaid. Yeah, they have Kincaid who they worked with, so it's hopefully they can use Curtis Samuel because, like I said, he showed that he can have it last year, even with Terry McLaurin there. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Curtis Samuel needs to have a big year and everything. So
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's go over to the dumbest franchise in sports history. Carolina Panthers.
Oh, I think you're talking about the Cowboys.
No, at least Cowboys will get. Listen, after they get rid of McCaffrey, and they don't get a first round pick or anything for McCaffrey, let him pretty much just go to San Francisco. Okay, cool. And then they franchise burn young stud on defense, their franchise, and then you trade him
Turn around and get rid of him. Yep.
for a what? A second and a fifth rounder? Oh no. Are you serious? When in the year, I forget who it was. The Rams offered them 2 first rounders and a second rounder, and they denied it last year at the trade deadline. 2 first rounders and a second rounder, and they denied it. So then you're going to franchise tag him and then trade him for nothing. And you wonder why they don't win. Like, you gave away your 2 franchise players, young studs, for nothing. To pick up Bryce Young with no receivers. Cool. The lone. They did go after line. They did go after offensive line, which, granted, good. They did get Robert Hunt, 5 years, 100 mil. They signed Damian Lewis, 4 years, 53 mil. Those are both guards, which they needed. Paid big money for them, so I'll give them credit for that. I think they got a hell of a fucking linebacker with Josie Jewell. 3 years, 22.75. He's a fucking stud when he's out there.
Josie?
He's from Denver. Guy's a fucking animal.
Is that number 47?
I don't know what number he is, but they're like middle linebacker. He's a fucking stud.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah.
47? Because I do remember seeing him play. But I remember
he's good. He's always out there. And then they did trade for Deontay Johnson with the Steelers. So that gives them another target with, I think that's between, you have Chuba Hubbard, Bryce Young has people to throw to now. His thing is he has to look over the offensive line. He can't see over the offensive line, so he doesn't know who the hell he's throwing it to. But they have Adam Thielen. They have Mingo, who was a rookie last year. You bring in someone like Johnson. You bring in defensive players. You bring in an offensive line. I think what they did to get rid of McCaffrey and Burns are stupid, but I think they acquired some key pieces here.
Was it worth it, though?
I think so. With the guard, you can't get any worse at guard. The 2 guards that they picked up,
true.
Okay, you can't get any worse. They literally did not block.
That's true.
So Josie Jewell, I think, is a phenomenal pickup. And then Deontay Johnson, I think, has the most pressure on him right now because it's time for you to show up or shut up. You wanted out of, Steelers, you got out. Now you're pretty much the number 1 receiver. What are you going to do with it? Granted, they have Bryce Young, but this is your time to shine. So I think he has the most pressure on him. I think he's going to have a decent year. Adam Thielen went over 1,000 yards last year, so it's not unthinkable.
Yeah, it's not implausible for him to have a good year.
No, and what I was talking about with Hunt, the guy that they signed 5 years, 100 mil, he's one of the highest paid guards in football after a season in which he allowed just 1 sack and a passer rate allowed per dropback of 1%. So you definitely got a fucking stud.
Hell yeah, they did.
So you got a fucking stud that you guys needed. So now it's Bryce Young, Deontay Johnson. What the fuck can you guys do? So I think
I'm excited to see him. Hopefully they do well, man.
Yes, I'd like to see them do well. We'll put it over to the Bears, which they've made some noise.
Bears.
Bears.
So it looks like the Bears signed a complete offensive line. They signed 1, 2, 3, 4 offensive linemen this offseason.
Hey,
Jake Curhan, Coleman Shelton, Brian Gates, and Matt Pryor, all offensive linemen that they signed this offseason, bro.
Yeah, it's
It needed to happen. It needed to
yeah.
happen. Justin Fields is running around back there after ball is snapped for 1 second, not knowing what the hell to do because his offensive line didn't give him any time back there to see what the play was. Didn't give him any time to let the play develop. So it's like, oh, how I hike, and now I'm scrambling.
Yeah. So
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So they
no,
went
I
out,
got
picked
you.
up a whole new offensive line. I love to see it. Hopefully, it gives them something better. But also,
They got two of your Eagles here.
they did. Kevin Bayard and DeAndre Swift.
How do you think DeAndre Swift will do over here? Because he was
Trash.
running
Not gonna lie.
behind. He was running behind the best fucking offensive line in football.
Okay, so I don't want to say he's going to do trash because he's not going to be. He's not a bad running back. He just can't stay healthy.
He
But
finally
it's going
stayed
to be
healthy.
harder to stay healthy when your offensive line is trash.
Yeah.
Because think about it. It's a zone. It's an ISO. I'm
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift. I get the ball. I'm getting blown up in the backfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas with
Yeah.
the Eagles, whenever would that happen? Very, very, very rarely.
Yeah.
And if he did get hit, it was kind of like, all right, cool, we get up. We were constantly switching out running backs. We were
Yeah.
always rotating running backs. As of right now, who do they have as a running back besides DeAndre Swift? Montgomery's not there.
They have now Foreman's not even there because
Exactly.
he
So all that load now is on him.
Yeah,
so it's like,
pretty much.
It's right back like you're back at the Lions, bro. Like what? Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Literally nothing changed. You're right back with the Lions. You're gonna go through the same thing as you went through with the Lions before. So it's like, I want you to do well. I want you to prosper. I'm happy for you. Do your thing. 3-year contract.
Yeah.
Get that money. But at the same time, I don't see him having a very big impact or a very good season just based on what I've seen last year off the offensive line.
Yeah, no, I got you. The Bears did. I mean, they got a whole new offensive line, whole new offense, and we might not even see Justin Fields here. To be honest, we still don't know about Justin Fields.
We don't know what's happening.
We don't even know who the quarterback is, if they're going to draft one, whatever. So, but I think Gerald Everett at tight end they signed him to a 2-year, $12 million. I honestly think that could be another. Is Gerald? He's good. He's good as in a little decoy for Cole Kmet, and DJ Moore and stuff. Especially if they can do that. Especially if they can do that 2 tight end set as well with Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett. I think he's pretty good.
That's not bad. He had 70 targets, 51 receptions, 411 receiving yards. You can't beat that. It's not bad. It's not bad.
No, not at all. And then they go out and get Jonathan Owens from the Packers, Simone Biles' husband.
Okay. Yeah.
They got Bayard, and then they re-signed Jalen Johnson to 4 years. So I mean, they definitely got better. Huh?
Don't get me started on Bayard, yo.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But we'll get to the Eagles. I think they made up for it.
Yeah, no, I'm chilling. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. Fuck you, Bayard. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
So I think, and that is, if they do keep, I think Swift is gonna have the most pressure and everything because he has to produce now. He's the main man. There is no other running backs that's going to come in. They'll probably draft someone, whatever, probably no name. They'll probably come in and give them, but now are you going for the number 1 offensive line?
Exactly.
So
now you don't have a distinguished backup behind you.
No, not at all. But
now it's like you're an every down back. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, let's see if they can compete with the Lions and the Packers and whoever else is in the Vikings. Let's see if they can compete.
I'm excited. Like I said before, I want to see DeAndre Swift specifically do good things. Not even the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
but I don't see it happening. I may sound like
I
a
don't-
hater. I may sound crazy, but I don't see it happening.
It's going to be hard to do what he got to do. It's you healthy 1 year, and then you're going to go to the Bears. It's completely different. But now let's get to the Bengals. Bengals are in an interesting situation with T. Higgins out. You don't have Tyler Boyd.
Mm-hmm.
He might not come back. So you have T. Higgins, who you guys franchise tagged, and now he requested a trade. Doesn't want to be there. You got rid of Mixon. Like Joe Burrow's there, but it's like who what do we have now?
Nothing.
They have Zach Moss, which he's a good little backup. I forget who their starter is, but Zach Moss is good to have there. They brought back Von Bell for 1 year as a safety. They did pick up Sheldon Rankins, defensive lineman. Their key one is they got Geno Stone from the Ravens to a 2 years as a safety. In my opinion, that was one of the biggest signings of that they could have got. Is that guy's a fucking stud, dude?
He came from Seattle, right?
No, he come from the Ravens. I think.
Oh wait, no, I was wrong. You're right. I think I'm 95% sure you're right. Let me double check.
Oh, breaking news! Just got done talking about the Bears. The Chargers are trading Keenan Allen to the Bears for a 4th-round pick. Yeah. After he just came off a good year, he's going to the. So going back to the Bears, who we just got done talking about, if he stays healthy, we might have something.
Yeah, no, definitely. That might be something dope. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what happens, honestly. Dang, Keenan Allen.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, though. Think about it. The Chargers don't have money to pay anyone right now.
Yeah.
And they decided to keep Nick Bosa, or was it Nick or Joey? Whichever the Bosa brothers that plays for the Chargers.
Yeah, I think it's Joey.
And now they also kept Khalil Mack.
Yeah,
two high-paid edge rushers. You know what I mean? So it makes sense.
Yeah, so then they'll probably get people in the draft. But, yeah, Keenan Allen, I mean, if he can stay healthy, that's another... Maybe that's them trying to get Justin Fields to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, get Justin Fields, draft Marvin Harrison Jr., and have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, and Marvin Harrison Jr. with DeAndre Swift running the ball. Come on.
Okay, that'd be a little scary combo. Okay. I see what you're talking about.
That's a perfect go after freaking Marvin Harrison. I don't care if you drop, keep Fields. Let him see how he does this year with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift running a offensive line that you produced better. Get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to stop if all 3 of those guys are on the field? With Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett.
Now, that's a fact. That is, that's scary. Well, if they were smart, they would do that, but I don't see that happening. Oh, shit.
But Geno Stone, huge for the Cincinnati Bengals. T. Higgins, we'll see what happens with him. Obviously, there's people that are all in on them. Should be interesting to see what the Bengals do. Right now, I think the most pressure is not even on anybody on here. Besides, I think Geno Stone has some pressure because he has to produce, but I think it's on Joe Burrow. You're coming back from injury. Who do you have to throw to? Yes, you have Jamar Chase. You have no Tyler Boyd. You have no T. Higgins. You have no Joe Mixon. Who are we? What are we doing? It's a whole different team now.
It's a whole different team.
Okay, cool. It should be interesting to see what the Bengals do. But let's go over to the Browns.
My dog, Jerry Jeudy. That's so wild. So the Browns, Jerry Jeudy, man. I see the same thing happening that he did with the Broncos. Honestly, I don't see any major changes. I don't see him doing anything good or anything. He's going to be a Jag, just an average guy, like Stephen Smith said. I don't see. This wasn't a major holy shit signing to me.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the most holy shit signing for the Cleveland Browns was Devin Bush and
Yeah, that was
Jordan Hicks,
they
two
got him for
linebackers.
Jordan Hicks, Zadarius Smith,
Yep.
Devin Bush, like
Yeah.
Shelby Harris.
They got a solid little team. Naheem Hines signed, Michael Dunn re-signed, Shelby Harris re-signed,
Yeah.
Corey whatever, I don't know how to say his last name.
They got Jameis
Giovanni
Winston.
Ricci. They got Jameis Winston. That's a solid pickup. He's a good.
I mean, he's a
I'm
good
excited to see
backup to
what the
have,
Cleveland
so
Browns
in
do.
case anybody goes down.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited to see what the Cleveland Browns do.
Yeah, I think Jared Judy, being that second option to who was it, Amari Cooper? Yeah, I mean, so you got some. I think that defense, a lot of pressure is going to be on that defense, and whoever the
A lot of
quarterback.
pressure is going to be on Jerry Judy.
Yeah,
to come out and say what you said to Stephen Smith and Steve Smith Jr. and like to sit there and say like, "Oh, you're better than this," and da 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 da. Prove it.
Yep.
Prove that you're not just an average guy.
Yep.
Prove that you're not a mediocre receiver. Prove that they didn't waste a draft pick on you. Prove it. Go out there and do what you got to do. Don't talk about it.
So, I mean, that defense you put with Myles Garrett, I mean, it's going to be with Zadarius Smith coming off the edge with Myles Garrett, it's going to be scary. So.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
And I get the pleasure to do the Dallas Cowboys. Eric Kendricks. That's it. Move on.
Not me. Sweet. Denver Broncos signed P.J. Luck. Brandon Jones. I'm sorry, re-signed P.J. Luck. Brandon Jones. Will Lutz. Oh, they re-signed Will Lutz. Nice. Fullback Michael Burton. Malcolm Roach, Adam Trutman, and
Little Jordan.
My dog, Lil Jordan Humphrey.
There's not much to say about this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. They brought back people. That's another team that's going to struggle, and Sean Payton might find it real hard. They brought in Sean Payton, and I'm going to put a lot of this on John Elway. Is because they brought John Elway in he got Peyton Manning, fine. What have you done since Peyton Manning? You haven't done shit, man. You haven't had a quarterback. You bring in Russell Wilson. Don't get me wrong, Russell Wilson put up good numbers last year. You gave him nothing. No running back, no wide receivers. And offensive line that sucked ass.
Yep.
He was ruining the team, and I put it on, like, Sean Payton wants to run at his team. Dude, you have no team anymore. You got rid of Jared Judy. You got rid of Russell Wilson. You didn't like Russell Wilson to begin with. But this is what I'm going to put on John Elway is, dude, you brought Russell Wilson to be your franchise for at least 5 years.
Yep.
You bring Sean Payton in, he doesn't even like him from the beginning. First off, don't bring him in. Because if he doesn't like my quarterback, who I just spent a shit ton on, you can get the fuck out. We're not trying to sit here and we saw it last year, they wanted to restructure his injury, and he goes, no, I'm not fucking doing that for you guys.
Yeah, no. I don't blame him, yo, because, like, they did him so wrong, honestly.
They did. I will say it's a lot of... I won't blame it on John Elway, and I think Sean Payton is ruining the Broncos. He's trying to run it his way. You're getting rid of everybody, dude. You're getting rid of your best defensive players. You're getting rid of your offensive players instead of working with what you have.
And he's trying to keep the same players that he had on the Saints, because like Little John. I just called buddy Little John. Little Jordan Humphrey, yo. He played for the Saints before, but it's like you can't. Why would you re-sign someone that only had 13 catches for 162 yards?
Yeah.
What do you gain? What exactly is he bringing to the team?
I really don't know who they have. Like, I see the Broncos winning maybe 5 games, to be completely honest.
If that.
I literally do not see them, and I think Sean Payton's going to get a rude awakening. Hey, it's time. Better do something.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say about them. Let's get to the Detroit Lions. They've had somewhat of a busy offseason so far. They brought back their kicker, Michael Badgley. Brought back Xavier Knight, Emmanuel Mosley. They brought back their guard, which they needed, Graham Glasgow. They did sign Marcus Davenport. You have him with Aiden Hutchinson coming off the edge. And then today they signed DJ Reader, defensive tackle, who is a fucking animal. He's huge, from Cincinnati. They did re-sign Dan Skipper. They did acquire a cornerback, Carlton Davis III, from the Buccaneers, which I think he's solid. He has his ups and downs, as we know, but I think he can be solid for them. So, and then they
signed Graham Glasgow.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So.
Hell yes, solid.
So, yeah, I think that they'll be good. And then they did sign another quarterback, Meek Robinson. So I think he's from the Raiders. Not too bad. I think
not at all.
I think they got some key players back. They pick up, positions that they needed. So I think the Lions will be solid. I think they'll have another good year, to be honest.
Oh shit! Oops. I see it. I could definitely agree with that too. Crazy.
Then we go over to their rivals over here, the Green Bay Packers.
I don't know, yo. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw what's his name leave, Adam Jones,
or Aaron Jones,
Aaron Jones, I was like, yo, what are they going to do now for a running back?
Yeah.
Then when I see Josh Jacobs signed for 4 years, I was like, that's a solid pick.
And then they brought back today. They brought back AJ Dillon.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they brought him back today. So that 1-2 punch right there.
Team in the backfield, Joe.
Yep.
Little thunder, little lightning. Ooh. Then they signed Xavier McKinney. I was hoping he came to the Eagles, bro.
Yeah,
that's a good. I was praying.
Yeah, that is a good pickup right there. So.
Yeah, bro. Then they re-signed Nixon, and they re-signed Ballantini. They re-signed Taylor Davis, and they re-signed AJ Dillon. I didn't know AJ Dillon. That's so dope, yo. That's dope. That's mad dope. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I'm happy. I think the pressure is going to be on Josh Jacobs. See how he does. I think he'll be solid. Aaron Jones had a good year, and I think having AJ Dillon back, who we know can be that good backup, potentially a starter next year somewhere, as in my opinion. So taking the load off Josh Jacobs, but it's definitely going to be weird seeing Josh Jacobs go from the black and silver to the green.
Oh, without a doubt. But it's going to look so good on him. I'm excited, bro.
Yes. Now let's get to a team that has just fucking owned free agency. We're talking about the Houston Texans.
The second team that is owned. All right. You still got one more team to talk about here that did this shit. All right. Don't you dare count my motherfucking team out, boy.
I'm not. But this team right here, listen, they re-signed Noah Brown as wide receiver to a 1 year, which is solid.
Yep.
Smart. And then they go Dalton Schultz, get their tight end. Phenomenal. Yep. Go get your kicker. Go get your cornerback. Get your safety. Get Desmond King back. Khalil Davis back. And then you go in and let's get Jeff Okudah for 1 year. Danico Autry. Okay, let's get Mike Ford. And then, linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair, who we've already talked about, who is a fucking phenomenal linebacker, and the season that he had with Tennessee. And then, you don't think they even go out and get one of the best kickers in Tommy Townsend that was with Kansas City. So, and then, we're like, all right, Deshaun Phillips, okay. And then they get to Nell Hunter to go off the edge. They signed David Sharp. And then, we need a little running back because Pierce is good.
Let's add a little something else.
Let's trade for Joe Mixon. They get Joe Mixon. Okay. What do? They sign him, and then they do a 3-year extension, $26 million today. So they extended him to 3 years, $27 million. So he's there for another 3 years. So plus the team that they had Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Robert. Well, I don't know if Robert Woods, but you have Noah Brown coming back. You have Dalton Schultz. You have a better running back with Joe Mixon. You increase the defense, who was already filthy.
So not only did they have a stud of a young team, they went out and got the vets that they needed. Like, yo, come on,
that veteran leadership that are good.
Yeah.
And signed one of the best, the most accurate kickers in Farbarn. And then they're like, you know what? We need a punter. Let's go get one of the best punters in the game, Tommy Townsend. Why not? Let's increase our chances on special teams as well. Like, looking at this and the key players that they signed and the people that they brought in, I don't see who's, like, maybe the Eagles once we get to them, but dude, this is ridiculous.
Now that I'm looking at it on paper, I think they may have won the fucking free season.
We're not even at the draft yet. This is just fucking free agency, and they brought in studs. Now you're going to bring in studs that are willing to make your team even better. And they're a young fucking team.
And I was just about to say that.
And I'm going to tell you is they may be a Super Bowl contender. If everybody plays up to what they had, I'm saying Super Bowl contender, as good as they did last year with a team that wasn't supposed to do anything, won a playoff game.
Mm-hmm. Young quarterback. Young wide receivers.
You bring in a running back to teach the youngins. Oh, we got another breaking news.
Oh, God. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Okay, what you got?
Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, expected to sign a 1-year deal with the Chiefs, which I'm going to tell you that is fucking phenomenal for the Chiefs. Because that's not what the NFL needed. To have another fucking, good luck. Anyways, we'll get to the Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs is Texans. They have owned this fucking shit. Absolutely.
They have.
Owned it. They said, let's get our guys back. Let's go get people. Let's go get special teams, defense, offense. Let's bring them all in. We haven't even. We'll worry about the draft. Let's bring the veterans in. If this team stays healthy, bro.
Sheesh.
Jesus is right.
Sheesh.
From there, we'll go to their rivals,
Indianapolis Colts,
which didn't do too bad either.
No, they didn't do bad. Joe Flacco, solid backup. Not a bad pickup. Yeah, great backup. Jannard Avery, edge, good re-sign. Ronnie Harrison, not bad. Raekwon Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on now. Okay. Kenny Moore.
That guy's a fucking stud.
I can't say the punter's name. Sanchez. Grover Stewart. Taquan Lewis.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Rigoberto. That sounds like an Italian dish. We got Jack Anderson extended for 1 year.
I think them bringing back
Michael Pittman, honestly. Yep.
I think that was the key.
I think it was a great move.
Now you get Richardson healthy. Kenny Moore bringing back is good too. So I think they got a lot of people that they needed re-sign, and then you get a backup quarterback that I think will do good. That's what they need.
Would you start Anthony Richardson after he gets healthy, or would you let him sit on the bench and learn from Joe Flacco?
Let him go. That's who they were going to start with last year. I mean, until he got injured. I mean, now he has Joe Flacco to teach him. It goes back to my argument. What we talked about is, let the people start.
No, bro, you're wasting so much money on a guy that's possibly now going to be it.
Okay, hold on.
Look at Jordan Love. He sat back, did his thing, and now he's balling.
Okay, but let's look at someone like Trey Lance. If you let him sit, and then he's nothing, you've wasted 3 years on a draft pick.
Yeah.
Where you could have already done and get that over with. Because if you let this guy sit, and he comes back and he's awful. It's like, dude, we just wasted like 6 years because now we let you sit, learn.
Yeah, I'm giving you 3 years. If you don't learn, I'm trading your ass to the Broncos.
Yeah, but Broncos. But the thing is how long are you gonna let these? Like, you learn 1 year, just let them play. If he's gonna learn 1 year from a backup, that's why you have.
Hey,
That's why you bring in a veteran to teach them.
nah, bro. Nah,
Yes,
bro.
bro. If you're gonna draft someone 1, 2, or 3 in the top 10 in the NFL draft,
Mm-hmm.
you're not drafting them to sit the fucking bench. You're drafting them to start. Let them get the start. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about this again because it's stupid. We've already been there, done that. I'm not bringing up old news.
I feel that. And plus, it's gonna, bro, we can talk about that for hours.
Yeah. And then we go over to Jacksonville in the same division as Houston,
Mm-hmm.
the Colts, is Jacksonville Jaguars. They franchise tag Josh Allen. Awesome. They re-signed their guard
Smart.
Cleveland. They acquired Mac Jones, which hopefully Trevor Lawrence doesn't get injured.
That's a fucking fact.
but
That's a fact, bro.
Teddy said that's a good backup. You need a backup. I'm like, yeah, good backup. So we'll see. He has experience, whatever. A better team what he had over in New England. They went out and got a center, Mitch Morse, for 2 years. This is where we start getting. They made some good moves. Gabe Davis, I think, is phenomenal as a number 2 receiver. I think he's
Who's the number 1? Oh, Christian Kirk.
No, is it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Isn't it?
It may be, actually. Gabe Davis might be number 1. I don't know. I thought he was number 2, but Gabe Davis he's good.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking Christian Kirk because Calvin Ridley left.
Yeah. But and then Gabe Davis I think is solid. I think that's a good pickup. Darnell Savage is safety they picked up. Devin Duvernay, which I think can be solid. They picked up Ronald Darby, a cornerback. They re-signed Ernest Johnson. And then they signed Eric Armstead from the 49ers to a 3 years, $51 million.
Great pickup. Great pickup.
Phenomenal. Bro. And
phenomenal pickup.
I read that they're in talks with the Bengals to get T. Higgins.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So
what?
Yeah. They got a bunch of fucking studs. Is that Eric Armstead on that defense? Plug up the middle. I think that was one of the best signings of this offseason. We have him and Josh Allen. Come on. Good luck. And then you bring in Darnell Savage and Ronald Darby. Like, good fucking shit.
You can't beat that, bro.
No, that division right there between the Titans, Houston, and the Colts, I think they all made. We haven't even got to the Titans, but those 3 right there are definitely ready to play.
Oh yeah, they definitely made some moves.
Yeah, we'll go over to your favorite team.
My favorite team.
Kansas City Chiefs.
My favorite team.
Yep.
I'm
a Chiefs fan.
Oh, they friend. Oh, get the fuck out. Will never be a Chiefs fan. Never be a Chiefs fan. Big Red. I'm messing with Andy. That's my dog.
Yeah?
But I will never be a Chiefs fan, yo.
You heard it here first. He's a Chiefs fan.
You heard it here first. I will never be a Chiefs fan. But, anywho, L'Jarius Sneed, I'm not going to lie, he was another one I thought that was going to come to us.
Yeah, he's going to get traded.
Shit, well, come on in. We got some room for you, baby.
Yeah, he's going to get traded. I think the Eagles are in talks with him.
I wonder who we're going to trade for him, though. Probably like Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, 2 edge rushers. Draft picks, yeah.
Maybe your first rounder. Mm-hmm. Who cares?
Hold on now. Let's see what the draft holds before we say who cares. L'Jarius Sneed probably gets traded. Drew Tranquill re-signed for 3 years. Chris Jones re-signed for 5 years.
Yeah,
Irv Smith signed for 1 year. Huh?
That's a solid. That the fact that they got Chris Jones and Tranquil back.
Oh, it's both solid pickups. Safety Deion Bush 1 year re-signed. Michael Pennell re-signed for 1 year. Trayshawn Wharton re-signed for 1 year, and Derek Nundy re-signed for 1 year.
And then, like we just said, they acquired Hollywood Brown as a wide receiver, which could probably have a good year.
Yeah, congrats to them. Good pickup, I guess, guys.
Yeah, but I think the pressure's going to be on. I think Irv Smith Jr. is a good pickup to put. He can be that receiver that if a solid receiver, if Kelsey needs a little break, Irv Smith Jr. I think is solid. I think that's a key pickup. They might use him a lot more than people think, but definitely, bringing Chris Jones back. I think the pressure's on him because now he has to produce for the next 5 years. As he wanted this, he got it. Now you got to produce, big guy.
Yep.
So
can't pull a Cam Hayward, get all the big money, then decide to not do anything.
Yeah, then we go to the Raiders. They haven't made much noise, but they got for who they got. They re-signed Amir Abdullah as a running back, which 1 year. They re-signed their center Andre James to 3 years. They went out and got Christian Wilkins for that defense. Now he's going to be with Max Crosby. Good luck. Scary, very scary. And then they got a good backup, which could be their starter, Gardner Minshew, which I would let him be my starter after what he did with the Colts last year.
I did not know he got paid 2 years for $25 million.
Yeah. I think he deserves it. Wow. Honestly, I think he's the one that should be a starting quarterback. He has showed time again that he deserves it. And then they signed Harrison Bryant just as a safety net as just a little backup tight end. I think they didn't make much moves, but the moves that they did, I think, were key, especially with Gardner Minshew, Wilkins. Bringing back someone like Amir Abdullah and then bring back the center James I think those are very solid. They didn't do much, but they did enough to, do what you got to do.
No, I agree.
Let's go over to the West Coast with the Chargers.
What's happening? So with the Chargers, we got Gus Edwards signing for 2 years, $6.5 million. Tight end Will Dissly, Aloha Gilman, Hayden Hurst, and Puna, baby. Puna food.
Give me that Puna.
Give me some of that Puna, baby. Let me get some of that Puna, mama. Give me some of that Puna, baby. I think, honestly, signing Gus Edwards, great pickup. He did phenomenal for the Ravens last year as a backup.
I'm going to tell you, Jim Harbaugh used the fucking running backs. I guarantee you this guy is going to have a fucking phenomenal year.
Yeah.
And then you bring in tight ends like Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst. 2 great tight ends. Hayden Hurst has to stay healthy. Will Dissly, I think, is underrated. But I think he is a phenomenal tight end.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
So, I think, bringing in Gus, I think it's going to be good.
I'm excited. I want to see what the Chargers.
I think Gus Edwards landed in the right situation. So the Chargers didn't do much, but they got some solid pieces to keep up there. And like we said, they just traded. Huh?
They got key components. They just went out and just got a bunch of key components. Like they signed necessity.
Pretty much. And then we go over here to
within their price range, and they did pretty well.
Yeah, work with what you got. They just traded, Keenan Allen, so they got rid of Mike Williams as well. So and then we're going to go to the other LA team, the Rams, another team that hasn't really done much. But they went out and re-signed DeMarcus Robinson 1 year, $4 million. They re-signed their guard Dotson, 3 years, $48 million. And then they got another guard, Jonah Jackson, 3 years, $51 million. And I think Colby Parkinson, I think he's a solid pickup at tight end, 3 years, $22.5 million. And then you've got cornerback Darius Williams. It's another team that didn't do much, but who they re-signed and who they signed is key components. And you still got Cooper Kupp there and
Puka Nacua.
So definitely good. Let's go over to the Miami Dolphins, who have been busy.
So with the Miami Dolphins, we got Isaiah Mack, 1 year, 1.25. 1.125, sorry. Then we got Davion Nixon, Janu Smith, Elijah Campbell, Jake Bailey, Nick Needham, Anthony Walker, Jordan Brooks, Aaron Brewer, Shaquille Barrett, Jordan Poyer, Saran Neal, Neville Gilmore, and Kendall Fuller. I'm not going to lie. I expected Shaquille Barrett to retire a Buccaneer, especially after hearing him say, I want to retire a Buccaneer. But then again, it's the NFL, so you can't really go off of what the players are saying. At the end of the day, it's a business, it's an organization. So they're doing what they possibly can do for their business and their organization. So for him going to Miami, solid pickup, dope, hell yeah. Super happy for you, but at the same time, that's wild. I would love to see him retire as a Buccaneer. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Who was that? Oh, Shaq Barrett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Geno Smith is a solid pickup, a solid tight end pickup. He was doing he was balling out for a little bit at Atlanta, right? Or was it Cleveland?
No, it was Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah, it was Atlanta. Yeah. He was doing his thing over there too. That was dope, yo. Honestly, these are some solid pickups.
They got Jordan Poyer, safety, who
I saw that.
fucking he's good. And then they got Jordan Brooks.
They got him for pretty cheap too, no, right?
Yeah, they did. Kendall Fuller. I think Jonnu Smith will be good for them. Looking at it, they did pretty good as well. I think Shaq Barrett, that's one of those people that brings that leadership, that veteran presence, who is he's a fucking stud. So I think they're gonna have the pressure on them this year. They better do something. They got key components, so we will see. And then we go over to the Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota.
They signed edge Jonathan Greenard to 4 years, $76 million, which is solid. Edge Andrew Van Kinkel, which I think is a phenomenal pickup. Phenomenal. Guy was a stud over at Miami. Linebacker Blake Cashman, I think, is solid as well. And then they go out and get Aaron Jones, which for $6 million, I think that is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And then they re-signed Nick Moose and Jonathan Motter as backup tight ends. Bring back Brandon Powell, and then they bring back Jonathan Bullard. So I think they had a solid. They got the defense looking better, but my question is with them. Right now, their starting quarterback is Sam Darnold. They signed Sam Darnold as well, and that might be their starter.
I mean, who else do they have though? They really
they're talking about getting JJ McCarthy. If you're getting JJ McCarthy, you might as well just start Sam Darnold. JJ, everybody's sold on this guy. All I do is win, dude. You had a fucking Blake Corum that just fucking was a stud. He sucks. I'm telling you, if they draft him, it's gonna be awful. But their defense definitely got better, and bringing Aaron Jones, I think, was key, because once they lost, because we saw it last year, Madison was not the dude after Dalvin Cook left. It was his team. He lost it. They released him. Getting Aaron Jones, kind of weird going to the rivals, Minnesota. Kind of what Brett Favre did. Going from the Packers to Minnesota.
A lot of teams, a lot of team players have been going to the rivals. Saquon Barkley, to the Eagles. So it's like you can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
This whole offseason has been insane.
So then we go over to another team that made kind of a lot of noise. Let's do how about the New England Patriots?
How about them Pats? So Pats, they put a franchise tag on Kyle Duggar. They signed.
You know where he went to college?
No.
Not Carson Newman, Lenore Ryan.
No way.
Yeah. He got drafted in the first round out of Lenore Ryan. Yeah.
Wow.
Guy's a fucking stud.
I gotta look at his highlights of Lenore Ryan. Wow. Hell yeah.
Oh,
out
you
to
get
him.
to say this name again. Who'd they sign as a tackle?
Why do you do this to me, bro? Chukwuma
Chukwuma
Okafor.
Okafor.
Thank you. Chukwuma Okafor. Hunter Henry. They re-signed Hunter Henry. They re-signed Kendrick Bourne. They signed Antonio Gibson. Re-signed Mike Onwu. Signed quarterback Jacoby Brisket. Signed Taki. Yeah, I just butchered your name, brother. I apologize. Taki. They re-signed Jalen Rager, Josh Uche, Austin
Uche.
Hopper. That's what I said. I thought Uche. My bad. Uche. My bad, brother. And free Jennings and Amar Watts.
I'm gonna tell you,
I
Austin
think re-signing
Hooper,
Hunter Henry was dope.
and then them getting Austin Hooper.
Mhm.
I think Antonio Gibson will do good for them too.
You think they're gonna run the 2 tight end deal like these back in the day?
They should with Austin Hooper and whatchamacallit, Hunter Henry. I think they can
And
make
have
it happen.
Antonio
Then you have
Gibson in the
Kendrick
backfield?
Bourne, huh?
And have Antonio Gibson in the backfield?
Yeah, you still have Stevenson back there as well. So I think looking at them is, I'm going to see how their offense does. Is you put some people around them, you re-sign key players, you sign another tackle. I think defense is going to be solid as it is, but that offense, I think, we're going to see what that first year coach does. New Orleans Saints have been quiet. They extended Tyrann Mathieu. Cool. They signed a fullback, Horvath. Congratulations. And then they signed Willie Gay. Cool. That's it. Move on.
Mm-hmm.
You have your other new favorite team, the New York Giants.
Thank you, Giants. So they re-signed long snapper Casey Critter. They re-signed Gunnar Alls. Wow, Alls. Why do you give me all the players that have weird-ass names, bro? Jesus. Guard John Runyon, Devin Singletary, Jermaine Almorn, Brian Burns, Drew Luck, Jalen Mills, and Isaiah McKenzie.
Brian Burns, they got in the trade for nothing. Phenomenal. Their defense is looking fucking phenomenal. We just don't know who their quarterback is.
I'm at a loss for words at that.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. You brought in another tackle. Cool. I think Jalen Mills will help out. Isaiah McKenzie, I think he'll help out a little bit. I just don't know who the quarterback is. It could be Drew Lock, which I think is an upgrade
He's
for
not
him.
a bad quarterback.
He's not bad, and he's better than what they have over there.
But I was just about to say, it's a major upgrade from Daniel Jones.
Yeah. So
that guy hasn't done shit. God knows.
And they paid him a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to go over to the other New York team, which Chuck Clark, they re-signed. They signed Isaiah Oliver, which I think is a solid pickup at cornerback. They did get themselves a backup tight end, or backup quarterback and tight end. They got Jake Stoll from the Eagles.
I saw that.
They got Tyler Taylor, which is better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, it's not a bad pickup, honestly. Great backup quarterback.
No. They went after a guard, John Simpson, for 2 years, trying to rebuild that. They re-signed their kicker and punter. They were both pretty solid. They acquired tackle Morgan Moses on a trade.
Hey.
So I think Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy. We'll see. That defense is going to be good. Who's going to be healthy on that offense? I think the pressure's on Aaron Rodgers this year, to be honest.
Without a doubt, because he literally did nothing last year.
Yeah. Oh, imagine this. Look who gets freaking Philadelphia Eagles.
So, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Here we go.
Philadelphia Eagles, baby. So the Eagles signed Julian Okwuegbunam. They re-signed Albert Okwuegbunam. Re-signed Brandon Graham for 1 more year. Solid, loved it. Extended Landon Dickerson. Signed Bryce Huff. Signed Saquon Barkley. Loved every second of that. Signed Zach Bond. Signed Matt Hennessy. re-signed
Ooh.
Brandon Mann, signed Davion Parker, signed CJ
You
GJ.
got CJ Gardner Johnson back,
We
baby.
got CJ GJ, baby. Extended Jake Elliott and signed Devin motherfucking White.
You guys got Devin fucking White. You had Huff and Devin White, Gardner. You bring in Devontae Parker. Bring back
Bro.
Brandon Graham.
Yeah, shit.
The thing with Saquon is, better hope he can stay healthy for 3 years.
I just need it for next year. Give me a Super Bowl.
Listen, you guys have him for 3 years.
No, I get it. I get it. Give me a Super Bowl. Get injured the next year. Then give me another one. That's all I need.
I think if Barkley stays healthy, having the that just like over in Baltimore with the Ravens with that option and everything with a big running back, quarterback that can run, and then you bring in, you still have Dallas Goddard, you have AJ Brown, you have Devontae Parker, you have Devontae Parker now. Like you brought in, you got some offensive line help that you needed. You increased the defense. Having CJ Gardner Johnson to bring back that attitude
was the smartest thing you can do.
Yeah.
I don't know why we let him go to keep Bradbury.
And then to get Devin White for $7.5 million for 1 year, I think is a fucking steal. That guy's a fucking animal. That guy's only like 25 years old.
Really?
That guy's young. He's only been in the league for like 3-4 years. Maybe 5.
But he plays like he's been in there for like 10.
Yeah.
Wow,
bro. That guy's a fucking animal. That defense.
Hell yeah.
Everybody can stay healthy, I think, that defense. Eagles. No, go ahead.
Another major pickup I was super happy about was Matt Hennessy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Kelsey retiring and what's his name moving to center now, Cam Jerian.
Yeah.
We're missing a guard. We need a guard. And here come Hennessy with the Hennessy to come do his thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So I was like,
I'm gonna Bryce Huff, along with everybody else that you have on that defensive line, and bringing back Brandon Graham, and then Devin White, and then you already have the fucking stud front seven that you have. Now you have more with Zach Bond, Bryce Huff to, get them in there, and holy crap.
Yeah, bro.
You guys definitely got better, so that's good to see. Is hopefully
I'm super anxious about it though.
Yeah, because hopefully you guys got cornerbacks or something, because that was your weakness.
Not even that. A while back, we kind of did this same situation. We got Vince Young, DeMarco Murray.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah.
We had, who did we have as wide receiver? I forgot. We went out and literally got a dream team of some sorts.
Didn't you guys get T.O.?
Did we bring him back to Philly? I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't remember that far back. But so it's kind of like dope, great free agency pickups, but at the same time, it's kind of scary because we tried this before and it didn't work.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's definitely.
But at the same time, we have Big Dick Nick as a coach, so
Big Dick Nick. But yeah, so yeah, no, them and there's been that division got better except for Dallas. Like Dallas, I don't know if Jerry Jones fell asleep. I don't know if he pulled like a Joe Biden where he just doesn't know where he's at, or I don't know what he's sleepy Jerry over there. Wake up! It's off season. There's no one left.
Do something, bro. Sign me. How about that?
That division should. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm just playing. Don't sign me. I want to play for your bullshit ass team anyway.
Yeah, I'll go over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Patrick Queen, which didn't think he'd go to the Steelers, but he's there. 3 years, $41 million, and then they brought back Miles Killebrew, which was solid, and then they got Dante Jackson in that trade that they did
with Carolina, right?
Yep. So definitely bringing Patrick Queen is good, and then signing, getting Dante Jackson and Miles Killebrew, re-signing him, definitely good. Is they still have T.J. Watt, so it definitely should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how they all do.
Yeah, let's go over to the West Coast again with the Super
Back in the
Bowl
West Coast.
runner-ups. The ones that
Oh
we made a
man,
joke about, they only work 40 hours because they can't handle overtime.
the 49ers. So the 49ers signed Leonard Floyd, George Odom, Gross Matos, Jordan Elliott.
Water Gross Matos.
Sure, that sounds about right. Jordan Elliott, Malik Collins, and Kevin Givens. Did I miss anyone? Oh, and Brandon Allen, sorry.
Other than that, not really. I honestly think the 49ers, because Ayuk is, no, this is where I did wrong. The Jacksonville Jaguars, it wasn't T. Higgins. It was Ayuk that they were going after.
Oh,
So if they
okay.
bring in Ayuk, man, I think the 49ers are going to struggle this year, honestly. They lost a lot of, I think losing Armstead was big. Chase Young's not going to be there. Bosa's still there. Greenlaw is not going to be there because of the injury that he had. I honestly think this is going to be a down year for the 49ers, honestly. They're going to struggle. They're going to struggle, in my opinion. Is they still have McCaffrey. You still have Purdy. You still got those people, but honestly, you have Shanahan, which I think they're on their downfall. They're going to start realizing that, we can't bring back everybody, and we're starting to see it. So, and then we'll go over to Seattle. See what Seattle's all about.
Seattle.
They re-signed Noah Fant as their tight end. Solid. They re-signed Leonard Williams. Solid. They went out and got Tyrell Dotson, linebacker. Solid pickup. They traded for Sam Howell. Good backup, I guess. I don't know. They signed Rashawn Jenkins. They got Artie Burns. They re-signed. They signed Nick Harris. They went out and got key components. Tyrell Dotson is, I think, them and Leonard Williams and Noah Fant, I think, are the three people that they pretty much solid pickups and re-signs.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Recent, yeah.
Tyrell
I
Dotson at
agree. There's not really
linebacker.
much to say about the Seahawks. I definitely feel like they got the necessities. Those solid re-signs, nothing crazy. They didn't go out of the way for anything mind blowing.
No, I think that Tyrell Dotson at linebacker is going to be filthy for that team. So definitely worth it.
No, hell yeah.
Let's go to a Florida team.
Let's go back to Florida.
Let's
so
bring
Mike
it to
Evans
the Bucs.
re-signed.
There we go.
Mike Evans re-signed with the Buccaneers. Antonio Winfield, franchise tagged. Baker Mayfield gets paid a butt ton of money for no reason. Chase McLaw, good signing. Greg Gaines, Chase Edmond, Levante David, and Jordan Whitehead.
Levante David was
Whitehead went to them?
Yeah, he went back to him.
When did I miss that update?
It wasn't like a big update, but I mean,
I
think
a solid re-sign.
Who, Jordan Whitehead?
Yeah.
No, they just signed him. He went to the Jets.
Well, I mean, re-signed because he came back.
They had one thing on their mind, and Buccaneers, they needed to bring back key components, and they did. They lost White, but they brought back David. They brought back Jordan Whitehead. Bringing back Baker, Antonio Winfield, Mike Evans is what they wanted. They did it. They stayed within, got who they wanted. Go from there. They'll get people in the draft. So we'll go over to Titans. They were kind of made a noise. They picked up Tony Pollard, which I don't think he's going to do much. I don't think he's that guy.
I don't see anything major happening for him.
No, they did get their center, Lloyd Cushenberry, the third. They got their cornerback, Chidobe Awazia. That's actually a solid pickup. Then they got Kenneth Murray Jr., which is a solid pickup as well. Went out and got a guard, Shadig Charles. I dig it.
I dig it.
They got a solid backup quarterback right now. He may become the starter if Willis doesn't do anything. Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then they re-signed Nick.
Dude,
he came in and played good for. I think he was the best on the Steelers last year, and every time he comes in, they win.
Oh no, he definitely was the best that they had on that team. But I mean, look at the quarterback situation that they had going on.
True. They re-signed their kicker Nick Folk and then Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, and then their key signing besides Pollard is they picked up Calvin Ridley for $92 million for 4 years.
Even though 2 years ago they didn't want to pay
a 24-year-old AJ Brown $100 million for 4 years, but they're going to spend a 29-year-old who's missed like 2 seasons. So I don't know. I think I just don't see Calvin Ridley has learned to catch the ball. When he does, he's phenomenal. Tony Pollard, he can't be the guy over there. They don't really have a quarterback all that much. I do think they still have D-Hops, which I think will help.
They do.
And having Calvin Ridley I do think Mason Rudolph will become a starter, honestly. And they picked up some key defense as well. So, and then last but not least, your division rivals as well, the Washington Commanders, who made a freaking... They've been busy too.
They have been, bro. They signed Zach Ertz. They signed Durance Armstrong, Tyler Badass, Frankie Louvi.
He's a badass.
Brandon McCannis, Nick Algie, Clean, Furl, Marcus Mariota, Tyler Ott, Jeremy Chin, Jeremy Revis, Bobby Wagner, Antonio Pittman, Eve. Oh, what the fuck is that? Boda.
Listen.
No. Shout out to the Commanders, yo. They really did their thing this offseason. They're tired of losing. They want to be contenders. You know what I mean?
They got Jeremy Chin, who is a fucking phenomenal. He's a good safety. Mm-hmm. And they re-signed Jeremy Reeves, who is good. And then you go out and get someone like Bobby Wagner.
But do you think Bobby Wagner is getting too old?
No, I think for 1 year, yes, he's getting old, but I still think he brings that leadership, and he still has a lot in him. But they also got Frankie Louvu, who is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
They brought in Eckler. They got an offensive line. Nick Allegretti, phenomenal. Tyler Ott, long snapper, which I think is one of the best in the league. And then you get the center, Tyler Badass. Bring in someone like Zach Ertz. He's old, but that leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, I think they made a lot. Austin Eckler, I'm looking to see how he does with them. See who they bring in. If they draft fucking Drake May, you can throw this in the fucking trash. You can throw it in the trash. I'm telling you right now. Because you just traded Sam Howell, who is the same exact quarterback as Drake May. You're going to get back the same person you just traded. There's no difference.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, it's like I said, everybody in the NFC, what are they? The NFC South, the Eagles and them? East.
Yeah.
The East have gotten better, except for the Cowboys for whatever reason.
How about them Cowboys?
But even the Giants got better. Like, they got defense. Washington went out and did their thing. Eagles did phenomenal. The Texans, Jaguars.
They were doing their thing. The Texans were
the Titans and the Colts. Like, that whole division was spot on. There's, like we said, a lot of names. That is everything. And there's still more to come. We did breaking news and with Keenan Allen, and then Hollywood Brown. Dude, it's still more to come. You still have other people that are still out there. It was a long show. It was.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, damn, 2 hours long?
Yeah, man.
Sheesh. It's a good episode.
It was a good episode. A lot of information, a lot of old faces, old faces in new places.
Mm-hmm.
That we still have a draft coming up. Like we said, we still have an off season. See what T. Higgins does.
I'm excited, man.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Janarius Sneed. So,
yeah.
But definitely. But yeah, it should be interesting. Like we said, a lot of things have happened. This is just within 3 years of 3 days of this whole free agency. So a lot to catch up with. We did it. We got through it. It's good to come back. It was
glad to be back, man. It's been way too long. It's been a week. I feel like it's been
feels
a year.
like a month, a year.
Yeah, man.
So
glad to be back.
Yeah, glad to be back. We're gonna put it out, and it was a long episode, but had to be. We had a lot to go over. We missed some, but this is what we thought. So,
and leave a comment down below. Let us know what y'all think. Let us know what y'all think the biggest free agency pickup was, or the biggest bust, or whatever. Give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know. We'll put out a poll as well, so you guys can interact with us. But yeah, definitely. There's so many other trades, resigns. Like we said in the beginning, it's like Madden. We took 32 people and it said draft your team.
Seriously,
so, it's gonna be weird.
But I love it. I love it. I'm thinking of it.
Come opening day, and you're sitting here, and the Eagles play in Brazil, and you see Saquon Barkley and the Eagles, and you're just gonna be
9 o'clock in the morning,
and you're just gonna be here going, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck?"
9 o'clock in the morning on a Friday.
Yeah, baby.
Can't wait.
Friday special.
Friday special at 9 a.m. That note.
Karen, it was a pleasure, my man.
It's always fun, man. Always.
Always fun. You, my friend, have a wonderful week. Wonderful weekend.
Same to you, big dog. Appreciate that.
Tell the fam I said hey.
Will do. Same to you, man. Tell your wife, tell everybody I said what up.
Sure will.
Beautiful, nothing blessings to your family.
Appreciate that, man. Good vibes your way as well to you and your family.
Appreciate that.
I will see you next week.
See you next week, big dog.
Stay golden.
Be easy.
Be smooth. Later.
Later.